So, hi everyone. So, I've just finished meditating. Feels more like healing for me every time I do this, which is good because it's my day off. Obviously, it's night now, but so the story behind these candles that you're looking at is well, you'll have just seen a wee clip if I managed to join it that explains, that basically it was a present, right? So that's interesting. So yeah, can I just say that like when I put them there, right? Obviously it's two candles, so maybe me, two everything. Because if you're new to the soul family, you'll not know that, or if or whatever. I'm still kind of in a trancey state. What I mean is, I've said before that like since I was a wee girl, I've always found things in twos, and just throughout everything in my life, I've just always been drawn to things that are in twos, or even like simple things like when I want when I like rather like say I really like a top or something. Like my friends used to make fun of me when I was younger, like that I would always buy it in like a different colour. You know what I mean? Because it just made sense to me. But anyway, and then I realised, as I got older, it's something to do with being a twin flame at 144, and seeing the yin yang everywhere, but specifically because it's my purpose to heal twin flames as well. It's not all twin flames are here specifically to only heal twin flames, which that is my one. Now the reason I was laughing, right, was it's funny that flame on the left keeps disappearing. See how it just disappeared and then it comes back. Guess which one I had in mind was me. I just looked at 222. Which one was me and which one was my divine masculine energy? Obviously within me, but I have got a divine masculine out there. That's right, the left, because I always sleep on the right side of the bed. And not that he sleeps on the left, but that's where whenever he wants to brace me with his presence, that's where he'll be, because I like the right. Anyway, so that's me, burning bright. And it's just interesting that, so this isn't like me and him. This is like symbolic right now of the collective of divine feminine, divine masculine. And isn't it interesting that flame just keeps burning? So anyway, so it's still fascinating me that I only burnt it. I don't know how long I was burning it for last night, but I was burning it for a while I was watching the TV, and I don't know if I was putting about for a bit. I don't know. I was watching the TV really, and I just basically hadn't noticed, and then it was just like I said when I blew them out before I went to my bed. I was like, oh my god, they're stuck together. And then I was like, whoa, like again, like me being a medium and a shaman, particularly the shaman bit, like everything really does mean everything. Like, see, when you're totally connected and slowed down with nature and life and signs and synchronicities, and anybody that's actually truly been in my presence, like whenever I've been at any of the shamanic groups or healing groups or mediumship stuff, like people, particularly shamanic groups, like people would know that about me, that is to do my 6 retrograde planets in my chart and all my Scorpio in my chart. It's particularly like I do, obviously only using this because you see it, but I mean in person you really notice that I notice everything, and particularly things like that. Like say like if I was at a shamanic group, if a tiny little spider like crawled in the middle of the floor and everyone was listening to whoever was talking, I would instantly notice a tiny little spider. You know what I mean? It's things like that. Like I was that kind of kid, and I'm that kind of adult. But anyway, that means, it does mean something, because that flame keeps disappearing and reappearing, just like your twin flame can do at that point on the journey. Or you, if you're the one that's backing off, came to me there. I would normally say running away, but backing off and then coming back to see if you're still there. See, coming back and then backing off. And then it's interesting because it's like that one flame burning like that, the feminine one that just, it's not going away, is it? It's just staying burned right. It's like they're saying it's symbolic of, if you're the feminine, you know, you have to keep burning bright, shining that light. Because the masculine is watching, like they are watching you burning bright. And it's helping them to do that in their lives. And then they join you when they're ready. But yeah, the two candles joining together is very, very symbolic. Right, anyway, and then it's quite funny because that sign being there, never let anyone dull your sparkle. That was from one of my friends in the past that gave me that. But it's, what's really sort of sticking out to me is the fact that, like, I've always told that story that it was a phone reading, this woman I used to speak to, God, I mean, would it be 9, maybe even 10 years ago? I mean, I spoke to her for longer than that, so I think I first started speaking to her I've just, do you know, I've never worked that out before. I don't know if I started speaking to her before I realised he was my twin flame, or I think it was possibly right after, something like that. But anyway, I knew there was a deep connection, let's put it that way. But what, no, actually, I think it kind of sticks out that, yeah, I think I have spoke to her a lot. I think it was before that, because I always used to wonder, I was like, why do they keep mentioning him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because like I said, he always meant a lot to me, but I just always spoke myself out of liking him more, because it was like that kind of thing where when you fancy someone that much and you can feel you're on the edge of liking them more, you're like, but you can see they're nowhere near ready for anything serious. Like, just not allowing yourself to go there. So it was a bit annoying, you know, when I got readings and stuff, and it was just like it was a reading for him, and I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, it was because she said something like, when he left your life, it was like the sparkle left your life. The sparkle or the glitter or something like that. Something to that effect, but I'm sure it was a sparkle. So it's like that's got even more meaning. Never let anyone dull. Oh my god, I've just realised that as I'm channeling this. Never let anyone dull your sparkle, but and isn't that funny that the left candle's divine masculine, you know, specifically for me, if I'm not doing the mediumship Monday, that's what the candle's at, and it's like, yeah, somebody's dulled my sparkle, my masculine side of my sparkle. So, oh, but look at that, it's starting to burn brighter. Now they're starting to be a bit more equal. This is weird the way they're channeling it, but I do get it. It's like, if you can, by the way, I had my tea not long before, well, that's about not long before actually, that was 2 hours ago. But yeah, my stomach's always making noises. I don't know if it picks it up on this. Sometimes it does. Yeah, look at that. That's, oh wow. See, I don't know if that's picking it up on the, because I keep looking at the candles themselves and then I look at the screen, but they are going quite, like, it does keep going a bit of a bigger flame. Right, anyway, so this one's, I don't think this is going to be that long, by the way, because you can hear how tired I am and I want to blow the candles out before I go to sleep. But it's very, very cold here today. I just looked at it. Oh yeah, it's equal now. The flames are equal now. They're just getting there. That's cool. Yeah, so basically collectively what I'm feeling is yeah, there's a huge wave of divine masculines like fully awakening, fully getting it. Doesn't mean they rush straight to their feminine when they get it. Some people think that. I've seen some people saying that. It's not always the way. Like, if they haven't really researched a lot or known a lot about this, the masculine needs to go inwards to spy a bit and research and find out what the hell this is all about. For themselves, you know, like to experience it for themselves. Right, so I'm wondering, I'm shuffling these mermaid cards. So I just looked at 11:44, right, as I said that, and again I hadn't been looking at the phone, I've been looking at the candles, so that was just confirmation of what I'd said with the twin flame. You know, it's exciting, like I can feel it in the air. For the candles and what I'd say, like, just there's loads of things that have happened. Right, so oh, and can I just say, so astrology wise, it's because, to me, one of the reasons will be because it's the new moon in Aquarius this Saturday, and Aquarius is the house of making a wish, it's friendship, and remember, above all else, you know, twin flames are intense, passionate love, true love, but behind that intensity of that love and that connection, that deep spiritual bond where you merge together like the candles, it's merge together in sexual union, I might add, but you know, merge together, you know, eventually your lives merge together physically. They've already been energetically merged together your whole life, really, but you know, telepathically talking, and you know, if you're anything like I could say all the time, whenever anybody's tapped into my energy, particularly in readings, they're blown away at the how telepathic my connection is with my divine masculine. So I'm blown away by it as well every day. Like, it just blows my mind. And it's like, I mean, I think about it, I've been conscious of being on this journey for 12 years. And for all I know, he's conscious of being on this journey 12 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Oh dear. But what I'm saying is, it's like, yeah, the signs have always, you know, there's been, I mean, I was about to say, oh, I could write a bit, I will write a book about the signs and synchronicity that I've had about me and him along all the years. But it just gets even more wow all the time. And see, those flames are that flame does keep popping up again. That old flame keeps popping up. See what I did there? Oh, you are fucking look at what just fucking popped out, because they were, look, friendship. It's got two mermaids on it, so some of this could pertain to two same-sex couples, but look at that. Friendship, as I was channeling about friendship. Yeah, Aquarius is a house of friendship, and you should have a solid friendship. And the thing is, if you, I don't like the word should, but if you don't, then you should strive to have that, you know, when you reconnect. I like to say, I don't want to make this, you know, I don't want to be going about me and him this whole time, but that is, I don't want to say it was missing, it was just different. Like our friendship, and inverted commas, we both sort of silently felt like we were best friends, but hadn't told each other, you know. And but at the same time, lots of other people wouldn't understand that, which doesn't fucking matter really. But it's like they didn't understand the whole, like, you know, best friends, because it's particularly when he'd said that to me once, because it's like we didn't. It's like, yeah, we didn't hang out and stuff like that, other than like say when we went back with each other after a night out. But again, that's because it was keeping that safe distance for the two of us. And you know, like before I knew about Twinflames, I would have just said that was a generational thing. That's like what quite a lot of people were doing. But it's just we carried it on a little bit longer than others, and then definitely the fact that we kept that connection going for so long was quite unusual. Like, yeah, to the point where people were like, you know what I mean? I suppose it does get to a point where it's like, right, surely if you're seeing each other that much, you should just be a couple. Anyway, what's on the bottom of this deck? Inner knowing. Yeah. Inner knowing. Oh, just trust me. Right, it says inner knowing. Cut the deck. Turn away. We had an inner knowing, but at the same time, we would turn away from each other because we're both free spirits, and it's like, oh, I kind of really want that person, and you know, if I was going to be with someone, I kind of really want to be with them, because I've just got this inner knowing that I could be myself and I could be free, but nah, it's too good to be true. They don't like me like that, and I'll just not go there. And again, when I was channeling that, I don't only feel like I was channeling that for myself. I think I was channeling him too. I mean, we'll find out one day if I was right there. I'm willing to be wrong about that. Not the whole thing. Well, I'm willing to be wrong about that too, but I'm not wrong. I mean, I'm willing to be wrong about that he felt that way at that same time, because he may not have. You see, these are the things that we just wonder. Right, so I'm shuffling the surrender deck now. So I feel like this mediumship Monday might just be all about the twin flame reconciliations and reunions and unions and stuff that are happening this year, but we'll be open. Yeah, that flame is like, it's striving to be on the same level. And I feel that means, like, when I said it like that, it's like consciousness wise, you know what I mean? It's like, because now they're going quite, this is cool, it's reading with the candles, but it's like they're going, at points they're going kind of the same height, and it's like that's when the masculine's like, all right, I remember who I really am, I remember what we really are, I get this. And then it really is twin flames. The flames are twinning. Right. What's the collective of divine feminines going through out there? Now, it's not going to be all divine feminines. Let's do three. I'll do three sets or waves of divine feminine. What do they need to surrender to? The first one. Oh, interesting. We've got surrender, defensiveness, and surrender to non-action on the bottom. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Very specific, feels very important. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Now, I mean, how spot on is that for twin flames, you know? Because remember, I'm not going to keep doing that actually because it hurts really more. because it's like this, you know, I'll knock off the phone if I move too much, so I'm kind of leaning back, chilling, and then surrender to non-action. Now's the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. So that's really specific, you see. It's like the Divine Feminine is in Empress mode. But what whoever's resonating with this needs to be in is being aware of if your Divine Masculine is still defensive themselves, which it's hard to say, you know, it depends on which way you reconnect. If it's serendipitously, spontaneously, I'd like to think it would be divine. It's always divine timing, but you know, I'm just because it's Aquarius new moon, actually. Oh yeah, I didn't finish saying that, because it's Aquarius new moon. Thank Christ it's not a full moon, but that'll be 6 months away. Remember, it's expect unexpected. It's excitement too, but excitement can be nerve-wracking too, but I always say flip nerves into excitement. But it's Uranus energy is unpredictable. It's wacky, it's eccentric. My moon conjunct Uranus, just to let you know. And I'm like more than certain my twins, I know that one of my twins' parts of his chart is very similar. It's not quite the same thing, but it's very, very similar. We've both just got that kind of surprise element, I would say, to us. Surprise, yeah. Or unpredictability. That's, yeah. And excitement. Free spirit, yeah. Free spirit is Aquarius energy, actually. But yeah, what it was on, like I said, the last time I had saw him from afar in public, it was actually on an Aquarius full moon. And yeah, it was a fucking terrible, just a fucking terrible night. For one reason or another, it's interesting because it was actually fucking magical. And it was terrible. And it was that the same night? No, it was, yeah. It was magical because it was the same night that I had bumped into someone. I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. Because the thing is, I would have told a bit of it, but I don't know if I told the rest. Because I told it on a Facebook Live, but you see, I wouldn't have told the rest of the story. And I've told it on YouTube Live, and I would have told the whole story. But long story short, this guy was chatting away at us. Just a random guy we were chatting away at the festival. And now he was just so out there because it was Leo season, right? And he was just so out there. He was really funny. He was an older man, and he was just really funny, right? And I was just like, "You've got to be a Leo." He just kind of looked at me and he was like, "I'm a Leo." He went, and then when the other people weren't listening, he was like, I can't remember what I said, but I said something quite significant. First of all, I got his birthday, and I said, before he told me, I think I said, "Is your birthday today?" Or something like that. And I said something really significant. I can't remember what it was now, right? Because it was Spirit speaking through me, God speaking through me. But whatever it was, it almost made him tear up, and he said, "Do you know that my mum in Spirit got me to leave the house tonight because I was feeling," well, basically he was saying he felt suicidal. Now, there's a bit of a theme of this, people, because the last video I was channeling about deep stuff like this too. And again, I'm not a stranger at channeling about suicide and stuff like that because, well, first of all, as well, it's very apt that it's Scorpio moon right now, which is, it's death. It's not always literal death, but I mean, it's Scorpio energy doesn't shy from talking about death or anything like that. And, it's part of my work is a soul midwife, or helping people like cross over if they were, if they're dying anyway. I'm often close by there to, you know, for them to tell me all their regrets and, you know, and stuff like that. And anyway, I'm really simplifying it, but it's, and then obviously, you know, being a medium as well, but it's a huge part of my shamanic work and being a medium. But what I'm saying is it's because I've got so much Scorpio. I spoke about this not long ago actually, but yeah, he was basically saying to me, like, you know, she said to me, son, go out tonight. And you, so this Matt, what I'm saying is that guy must be a bit of a medium too, or he just is really able to connect with his mum and spirit. He was like, she said, go out tonight, son. You're going to meet some really nice people and have a really great time. And he went out and he did meet some great people and he did have a good time. But yeah, he was, you know, it was quite special actually. So anyway, that was earlier on in the night, right, and that was quite magical. And my friend that was with me at the time, she's just, you know, she's used to me to stuff like that. Like I say, it was quite entertaining. Sometimes it can be annoying because shit like that was happening all the time. It's fucking the amount of people's lives that I've saved on a night out. Because like I say, for all I know, that like that could go for him, like, because he was basically saying he was that down, you know. Anyway, where are we going now? Yeah, so it was later on that night that I saw my twin flame from afar, and I'd actually said earlier on in the night we were going to see him, and then right enough it happened. And again, I hadn't seen him for years. Anyway, I've told that story loads, but what I'm saying is we didn't talk. We saw each other, we didn't talk. And again, I don't know whether he saw me, he did fucking see me, right? But anyway, we pretended like we didn't see each other. That's what we do. But then the rest of my night was terrible. And again, it's not his fault. I'm laughing. It's not his fault that my night was terrible. It's because of the energy between us. And what it does to you. It rattles you up, it shakes you up. It is like a bolt of fucking lightning. And so like I said, like when, you know, when I don't know, I think it'll be the first thing I ask him, but like whenever we do reconnect, it will be interesting to find out what kind of night. It might be that he had a fucking rain all night and nothing happened to him, do you know what I mean? But it's just, yeah, it's interesting. Right, so defensiveness. Just watch out. If you're a feminine, just watch out for being defensive, because somebody could, oh yeah, so that I'm like, how did I go into that? So yeah, the new moon in Aquarius is like that. That was a full moon in Aquarius, right? But the new moon in Aquarius, it would be very similar. I think it would be surprise, new beginnings, or shock things, like shock spontaneous awakens. Like I really do feel like definitely for a lot of you out there that were thinking your divine masculine isn't clued up on all of this like at all or as much as what you think they are, I think they could shock you. Like I think they could just jump out of nowhere and actually be really quite clued up. Things like that. Obviously that's not for everyone, but it will be like, it will be for some people. So yeah, so if that's you then, if your divine masculine does approach, regardless of gender, just make sure that you don't spring into defensive mode if they fall back into it, because that is what the divine masculine is prone to doing. Like, and basically you mirror. So if you are defensive, they'll be defensive, and you know, and or like I say, if they're defensive to you first, and then you're like, well, fuck you, I'll be defensive back. Because again, I'm saying that because it's just, when I think of any interaction that me and him have had, again, every twin flame dynamic's different, but yeah, I mean, you're not gonna understand until you actually see it. I mean, not that you're ever really gonna see that, but it's, well, I don't know, you might, but it's, we've got loads of amazing, I don't know for definite, but I know we've got loads of amazing stuff going on with our astrology, and then we've got some challenging aspects, and it just always gets said to me that it's like, you and him are like power couple material, but you'll have to work quite hard at airing your differences. And I totally get what that means. But I don't even think it will be that hard once we just sort of actually communicate, basically. I was ready to say listen and understand each other, but fucking communicate, yeah. And that's not just like, oh, you communicate to me, it's the two of us communicate with each other, because I'm aware that, like I said, he does something to me. You do something to me. That's Paul Whitler, isn't it? That's funny. That's really weird, because it's not as if that's like one of, used to be a friend of mine's favourite, but it's not one of mine. Right, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, I've met my match. That's the way they're saying it. I've met my match with him. There's not many people that intimidate me. That's what I'm going to say. And he does. In some ways he doesn't, but in other ways but he really, you know what I mean? Like I said, I used to just be lost for words, but like I say, it might happen. Who knows? So be humble. Right, okay, so just trying to make the phone not fall over. Where are another wave of divine feminines at? Oh, wait a minute, I didn't do this. Is divine masculine, to go with the defensive and the non-action of the feminine. Oh my god, wow. Surrender your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. And that's about the karmic people, the karmic lessons. Yeah, you've embraced every lesson, you've embraced every moment, or your masculine has. And you should be proud of yourself and proud of them. And oh, look at this, but if that's the case, nothing's going to happen. Surrender, non-action. But I think this is real time, you know, Scorpio moon. Surrender to non-action, it's the same card. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your power and let others come to you. And you know what's interesting? I did shuffle, right? And when I done the feminines, surrender, you're free to change was behind that non-action. And it still is there. So that's what they're going to be doing after they come out of that rest period. Surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you're cared for always, whether you're afraid of changing your job, your health, or a relationship. And in this case, it would be true intimacy. Oh, of course, it gets to 33 minutes. The Jesus number, divine masculine number, forgiveness. That's what it means to me, all these things. Or if you fear aging or death, and I was just channeling about death, repeat this affirmation. I have faith that all is well. That's quite cool the way it's. So, right, so that's where one set or wave of twins are at. Let's do another one. I might sort of call it a day after that. I'll try and get my sleep pattern back in a flow. Right, so divine feminine. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck because I'll be here all day. What's the masculine got? Quite simple. I'm not going to elaborate on that. And the next full moon as well, actually, after the Aquarius new moon in a couple of weeks, is in Leo. So that's my favourite moon sign. So that's going to be a fun full moon. Play, creativity, children, your inner child, having fun. Where's the masculine at? So, oh, look at that! Wow, and so that's fascinating to me. That the feminines was about like stop overthinking a goal and play and like do something that's fun for you. You see, no obsessing could be about the twin flame, you know, which is never going to bring them to you. You have your eye on the prize. Yeah, when guided, take action towards it. I don't know why I called it eye on the prize, but that's what they said. But you go and do something else. And when things are meant to happen in alignment and divine timing, they happen. Notice divine time doesn't mean you do fuck all. It means when you're guided to act. And it's Mercury retrograde right now. It's the last days of Mercury retrograde, right? Things are working themselves out. So it's frustrating because you feel like you should have a message. You feel like you should, you know, there's the email that you can't find should be there or whatever. Or it's when things pick up speed with communication or traffic or whatever. But I think with what we're channeling about here, it'd be communication. You get the answers. Oh look, it's going on to my wee block. Happy is what happens when all your dreams come true. There are no accidents here, so that is for someone. Hopefully it's for all of us guys at some point, but and then look, the masculines card is surrender obsessive thinking. So that, yeah, it's like this feels like the wave of masculines that they're love struck. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. And that's because the feminine's playing and just focusing on her or him or whatever you are as a feminine. And that brings your masculine's attention to you. Because you are the same energy, just like these candles. You're two separate candles, but when you're close enough together, you merge together. Anyway, I'm like, I was going to say it sounds dirty. It doesn't sound dirty. It's you know, it is what it is. It's beautiful, but it's conjures up all kinds of images, doesn't it? Actually, I just got the thing is, what I was more like 37 minutes, and again, remember that's because all of you that are 37, it's the North Node in Taurus where it is now. It's like you're all either already being catapulted to your destiny or it's happening. You know what I mean? 3 and 7 is 10, 10 is endings, 10 is just a 1, it's new beginnings. There's a lot of endings and new beginnings going on. Right, what was I going to say there? Oh, I don't know. Right, so here's a third wave. So far, I can see the timeline of twins. Yeah, I didn't specify. I just 3 different sets of things. So, where is the feminine at in this one? Oh, surrender to what is. Flow. She's like, fuck it. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Yeah. You know what I mean? She's like, fuck this. But yeah, it's just like, you know, don't fight the current or the wave or whatever. Just let things be as they are, and then they start to balance. Look, the candle flames are the same. Oh, that's rather magical, isn't it? It's like what I feel they're saying with that. It's like when you don't push something like that, that right candle just kept burning itself, even when the other one was going away and coming back and going away and coming back, going away and coming back. I mean, you just let someone be themselves. And again, it only really pertains to twin flames, because if you're letting somebody come and go out your life willy-nilly and they're not your twin flame, it sounds like a karmic relationship, really. Or it's, like I say, it's someone taking the piss. But again, twin flames can take the piss too. But that's why you got to have boundaries, and you teach each other. But there is an element of coming away and going again, but it shouldn't be like in and out, in and out, in and out. Do you know what I mean? It's there's usually huge separation periods for some, years, And I'm very sceptical when people talk about it only being a few months of separation. That's not separation to me. That's the beginning of some kind of separation, maybe, but it's not. You have to kind of brace yourself for, because it's not enough time for the energies to balance, in my humble opinion, with many years of experience. Oh, my stomach is really talking to us now. Right, so, I wonder who's, I can check on this one, I wonder. It's Michelle, I thought it was Michelle. I was like, I said, someone's commented, I was like, I wonder who's commented, because, hey, wait a minute, that's interesting. Oh, that's because I spoke about the sea. I'm like, that's interesting, you've used sea emojis, because I've got clips of the sea, but I haven't put up yet. I feel you're really lovely, Michelle. So, because it was beautiful colours in the sky. The feminine surrendering to what is. Where's this masculine at? Oh, surrender resentments. Oh. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Yeah, so you see, that does feel like the feminine's kind of got into a place of acceptance. And it is what it is. I can't force this person to listen to me or talk to me or definitely not be with me. And the masculine's in the process of trying to forgive. And I feel like this is about karmic stuff. Whether you're a masculine man, woman, whatever identifies, it's like, you know, you're holding a lot of resentment and anger towards karmic anything in your life, people or situations, jobs, addictions. And yeah, you're being guided to work with releasing that. I just looked at 41 too. That could mean someone. Now I've just picked up the mediumship card, so I'm just going to see why am I picking up these. My mind is free. So you see, these are mediumship cards, but yeah, it's like, I think somebody's just come out of a period of being in that. Like, their mind wasn't free. Like, the karmic situation was actually was stuck in a toxic cycle of overthinking and thinking the worst. And again, like I said, that, like I've channeled about and posted about, like, you know, yeah, it does worry me that, like, particular moons, just for how low people can go. I channeled about that in the last video. It's really quite deep. Don't be afraid. I feel that someone's twin flames higher self, actually. Like, don't be afraid, I'm coming. We've been in dreams together. See how that's fitting? This is meant to be from the spirit world, but this is someone's twin flames higher self. I always give you a good night kiss. Fuck's sake. I always give you a good night kiss. Maybe that a thumbnail. Right. I don't think there's anything else really to add to this now, guys. That was what it was. It was what Spirit wanted to say through me, and I'm sorry, but I just love the fact that those twin flames, literal twin flames, I was trying to zoom in but it won't let me, are totally equal now. It's like we've just watched the progression of somebody's twin flame journey. Like, I mean, I don't know about the whole thing, but it's like we've just watched that masculine flame, that divine masculine flame. Fucking hell, my solar plexus was agreeing with that. My stomach just totally done somersaults. But it's like, look, that masculine flame's actually burning a bit bigger than the feminine one now. And that's what happens. It's like, they look equal. They look equal, actually. But yeah, at some points I am seeing the left one. That's fucking mental. I'm not being funny, but I'm going to be asking Pammy to get me more. I'll be like, where did you get them candles? I'm getting more. Again, I've got I've got similar, they're a wee bit. I've got ones that are in my living room and I never lit them, you see. So that's why I just thought, fuck it, I'm lighting them. And that's symbolic too, you know, when it's like, oh, I'm going to keep these, they're special. And you end up just never fucking lighting them. Well, I just lit them straight away. Let's get this party started. That's going to mean something. That's funny. God, that's really mad. And what I am noticing, guys, is I can't help but notice that. I don't know if it's really picking up. I think you can see a little bit that the wax has melted more and went to one side on the left, the masculine candle. But the flame is burning quite strong. I would say it's burning stronger than the feminine one. But it's like I'm feeling like the melted wax that's kind of going inside. It's like symbolic of really going through it. That's what I'm getting. Like the masculine twin really really going through it is what they're saying. Like, you know, it's like it's their walls are coming down. That's what it is. Because it's like they're melting. And melting means when you're melting with love too, doesn't it? Like they're melting. Fucking hell, there's just loads I can get from looking at these candles actually. Fascinating. If you get it, you get it. I'm sure you get it. Hopefully you get it. The people that are meant to get it will get it. Right. But I'm going to go now. So, because like I say, as lovely and fascinating as it is as I'm watching these candles. Like I said, I did not plan that. I never plan anything when I'm channeling, but Spirit did. I think it did kind of had somewhere in the back of my mind. I bet you these candles are going to do something really weird with the flames, but that was really quite a show they put on there. Oh. But I suppose if it's carrying the energies of me and my twin, then that's fitting. That's fitting. I think we do provide entertainment. Whether he's happy about me providing the entertainment with our story, I'll need to find that out one day. That's going to be an awkward elephant in the room, isn't it? Oh, hi, yeah, I've not seen you for years yet. You seen what I've been doing? Yeah, hell, we'll talk about that another day. We've got more things to do and talk about. Anyway, right, so enjoy wherever you're at on the journey. Embrace the journey. But you saw yourself what happened here. This is symbolic of if you just be cool where you're at. That candle never faltered, kept shining bright as fuck. And now the other one has came to match it, shining bright as fuck alongside. So they've not went into one flame, have they? They're not codependent. They're not like, you know, losing themselves. They're still got their own unique energies, but they're right by each other's side. Got each other's back, all these kind of things. That flame's going massive now. That's going fucking dangerously. What the hell, by the way? What the hell's my twin flame doing out there if that's maybe him? What is that candle doing? That's actually scaring me a little bit. Right, I need to get up and blow these out, but that's... Whoa. That's mad. And also, I need to move those essential oils and stuff. Right, I'm sorry, what the hell? That flame's... This is probably symbolic of him fucking pushing me off the couch to take the limelight on the YouTube at some point. Wow, that's nuts. Right, okay, I'm going to end this because this is just quite addictive watching these flames. Right. have a lovely Monday if you've watched this Monday, or if I've published it on the Tuesday, or if you're watching it way in the future. Look at that actually. That's when the feminine step into, look at, oh my god. Because now the masculine's walls of vulnerability are down, and the feminine's light's like actually nearly gone. So this is almost like me going into hermit mode and him shining bright, like me going a bit quieter and him finding his voice. So again, when I'm saying me, I mean just take it to be your one too, but that's what I'm seeing that as. That's mental. That's anyway, I'm going to just keep saying that's mental, but that's wow. Right, okay. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to book a session. If you're watching this in real time, I'm back to work tomorrow, but I'm just going to be starting with my pre-recorded readings that I've got for people when I'm seeing my friend tomorrow as well. And yeah, easing back in gently with the pre-recorded readings. So if you want a live Zoom session, just email soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com, and then you can ask about the different sessions. My assistant will get back to you, and I'll get back to you. And or you can use the link to book, the deals. Actually, I'll probably be taking those deals away definitely by the time it gets into February, but I might do it even I'll not get around to doing it before next week, I doubt, but I'll probably take it away in January. But yeah, just take advantage of it while it's there, because the prices are going to be different quite soon. Right, see you later, bye.